Here's your daily news roundup from 97.9 WGBW.
From the 97.9 WGBW newsroom, I'm Connie Fellman with this local news update. Wisconsin high school students are getting some extra credit in what it means to be ready for life after high school. State Superintendent Jill Underly announced a major new statewide initiative called Wisconsin's Portrait of a Graduate. It's a statewide effort to define the knowledge, skills, and experience students need to succeed in today's world. Educators say the effort will help Wisconsin schools better prepare students for college, careers, community leadership, and civic life in a rapidly changing world. The Green Bay Area Public School District is familiar with the program. Green Bay students have already been following the Portrait of a Graduate framework, which emphasizes core attributes for success beyond just academics. Those include leadership, communication, connection, and personal responsibility. A new scam is targeting apartment hunters with fake application fees. The Wisconsin Division of Trade and Consumer Protection says scammers pose as landlords and direct people to pay to fill out a fake application before they even tour the property. Officials say future renters should verify the listing by looking at rental companies' official websites, satellite or street view maps, and look up property records. The FTC says between 2020 and 2025, $65 million was lost to rental scams, with young renters hit the hardest. We didn't beat a heat record yesterday, but we came pretty close, just 1 degree away, according to the National Weather Service. Meteorologists say Green Bay's high temp reached 91 degrees yesterday, just shy of the 92-degree record set in 2018. We were still 20 degrees above the normal high temp for May, which is 71, and way over the average May temperature in Green Bay, which is in the upper 50s, according to state climate records. Temperatures are expected to stay above normal for the rest of the week, with highs in the 70s and 80s. Details coming up in the forecast. It was so hot yesterday, in fact, the concrete was buckling on I-41, leading to several crashes in the valley. Neenah police say the outside lane of I-41 northbound between Winneconne Avenue and Main Street buckled and caused multiple crashes. Authorities closed the on-ramp for emergency repairs. Just a few miles north on I-41 near Kaukauna, a 6-vehicle crash just before 4 p.m. shut down the northbound lanes for hours. Kaukauna firefighters say a semi-tractor trailer, 2 pickup trucks pulling trailers, and 3 passenger vehicles were all involved in the crash. Authorities say despite the severity of the crash, no one was injured. They say due to the extent of the damage and significant amount of fluid spilled, the scene required extensive cleanup operations. City leaders are reminding drivers a downtown Green Bay bridge will be closed for a few weeks starting on Monday. The City of Green Bay Department of Public Works says the Ray Nitschke Memorial Bridge will close temporarily from June 1st through Friday, June 19th. Dousman Street will be closed west of the Fox River at Broadway, and Main Street will be closed east of the Fox River at Washington Street. People will still be able to access local businesses and apartments. Drivers who normally cross the Main Street Bridge over the Fox River should allow extra time for a detour on Walnut Street and Monroe Avenue. If you have plans to drive up to Door County or to Manitowoc, this is not a good week to be in a hurry. The State Patrol will be watching drivers from the air this week in several parts of the state. Troopers plan flyovers on highways in Portage, Waushara, Jefferson, Manitowoc, Eau Claire, and Door counties. From the air, pilots can spot speeding and aggressive driving more easily, then alert officers on the ground to make stops. The agency says the goal is to prevent dangerous behavior, not just hand out tickets. Officials note they're announcing the patrols to encourage drivers to slow down and follow the rules. With news at the top and bottom of the hour all day and on demand anytime at WGBW.FM, I'm Connie Fellman, 97.9 WGBW News.
With Civic Media News, I'm Terry Miller. A large majority of Wisconsin voters say lawmakers should have approved a $1.8 billion tax and spending plan, even though it failed at the Capitol. A new Marquette poll shows 80% supported the package, which included school funding, tax relief, and rebates. Opponents, including some Republicans and all Senate Democrats, warned it could lead to a nearly $3 billion deficit in the next state budget. However, Democrat Missy Hughes, who's running for governor, said that projected deficit is based on no growth. Still, most people surveyed said it was better to pass the plan now rather than wait. The issue could play a role in upcoming elections, though many voters say it's not their top concern. More electric vehicle charging options could soon be coming to Wisconsin as the state opens a new round of funding to expand its network. The Department of Transportation is now taking applications to build chargers along busy state and U.S. highways. Officials say more than 40,000 EVs are already registered in Wisconsin, and demand is growing. About $40 million are still available, with funding covering most of the cost for selected projects. The goal is to make charging easier for drivers while bringing more traffic to local businesses. A Verona beer maker is giving beer lovers a taste of Wisconsin history. Wisconsin Brewing Company spent Saturday brewing a batch of Schlitz, a decision made following Pabst's announcement it would end production of the brand after 177 years of existence. The Verona Brewery said pre-orders were also made available Saturday, and because demand was so high, they may consider finding ways to make a second batch. Schlitz was once America's largest brewer after being founded in 1849 and was bought by Pabst in 1999. More news can be found at civicmedia.us.
The Crew go for the sweep. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with Sports Baseball. The Brewers trying to make it a 3-game sweep today when they host the Cardinals. Milwaukee winning again last night, 6-0. Another good showing from lefty Kyle Harrison. Closer Abner Uribe flashed an obscene gesture at the Cardinals bench after he claimed one of their players yelled some obscenities. Manager Pat Murphy on what he said to Uribe.
Yeah, it's just unacceptable. I don't know what got over him. I mean, he's been an emotional guy, but that kind of thing, that's just not how we do things, and I was embarrassed by it. And, why are we doing it? It's 6-0 game. I love the kid. He's been so great for us in so many ways, but that's unacceptable.
NFL Packers running back Josh Jacobs under arrest, facing 5 charges for domestic abuse. Jacobs plays a key role on the offense, scoring 13 touchdowns, rushed for over 900 yards last season. Backup running back Emmanuel Wilson, now with the Seattle Seahawks after signing in free agency. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
I'm meteorologist Brandon Bormans. A mix of clouds and sun today with an isolated afternoon shower or thunderstorm possible. Highs in the lower 80s. An early evening shower or storm can't be ruled out. Then mostly clear with low temperatures in the lower 50s. Sunny and 75 on Thursday.
That's your Green Bay News Roundup from 97.9 WGBW. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. And find more news anytime at WGBW.FM.